Hello people. Joe, thank you very much. Look at this.
Alright.
First ride on the mighty NC. You had to prize the keys off your dad, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, he had it, yeah.
So the first ride yields it demo. I'm lucky I've got it overnight. I'll do 2 videos on it. I'm going to ride home on it now. And I can sit next to my NC. It sounds absolutely beautiful. It looks beautiful. Things like this now, where they're aluminium, they're actually painted. Lovely sound to it. And twin discs on the front of it. The new screen, which you can connect your phone to. The menu's changed a lot as well. Honda seem to be going all the same way with these. Mode, we'll have to play with these. Rain, started to rain, user 1, user 2, 2 hearts, and standard. We'll leave you in standard to start off. Let's get going on the mighty NC, the new mighty NC, Honda NC750 DCT. My absolute favourite bike. I've been waiting to see an anxious to ride this and see the difference. Let's get going. Right people, wow. All the DCT has changed. Let's just see first gear, what we in there. First ride on the brand new mighty NC DCT 750. What's it feel like? It's not warmed up yet, but I can tell you now. Gonna ride this home. My main ride on it is gonna be in the morning. I'm gonna have a ride out to JNS. And I've actually put her in it is very different now. The actual menus on it, the controls on it, completely different from the old NC. It really does. Honestly, people, feel completely different. Oh, come on. Do you know some drivers? Now, the thing that everyone's talking about. Look at the new dash, and the brakes, front brakes are different. I can tell you now, the brakes are still good on my NC, but there's a bit of play in them. They still work extremely well. The difference being is these have got twin discs on the front. My NC has got the 360mm wavy disc on the front. Which still works, people. Don't think it won't work. It works very well. Back brake, I mean, brand new. It's done very little mileage. Front brakes are completely different. You know, that's the thing that people are going to be interested in this, and this has got a good set of brakes on that now. Proper set of brakes to pull you up. The only one negative I'm going to say about that, you're going to have to pay for an extra set of brake pads when you come to service it. But absolutely, I don't know why the bike feels. It's heavier, this bike. It's heavier than mine. Doesn't feel it. It really doesn't feel it. It's buttery smooth. Now let's just see what manual. There we go. An auto. All of these now are backlit, so I need to go through them because I haven't looked at. I'll be dead honest with you. I haven't really watched any of the tubers on this. I've seen the basic Honda one going over it, but the review I'm doing on this, I want to do it myself. You know, my personal view of riding it. I've had 3 of these now. I've had 2 of the previous model, 2 of the previous from 2015 onwards. and now my 23 model. The gearbox is definitely smoother, without any doubt whatsoever. You've still got that. You've still got that. You can still hear that gear change on it, but and it's still got that lovely throaty sound to it. But it feels much more refined. Feels so nice to ride. I mean, it's like, in fairness, it's like when I set on mine, I love mine to ride. I love the NC750 to ride. I just find it a very, very comfortable bike. And again, with me on it, I'm on back brake. I tend to use my back brake a lot more than my front. People are different. The back brake feels really good on this. I do really like the controls now. I do really like these, the switch gear on it. It's just much nicer. Yeah, oh, people. This is standard mode. That's in standard mode. If it was that's the sort of that's the sort of power it has in normally sports mode when you're on it. Wow, it has changed. It has 100% changed. Just a shame that we have to get stuck in traffic. Can't ever go wrong with balancing on this bike. All the weight is down low on it. It's just such an easy bike to ride. Anyone could ride this bike. You know, say it again, literally if you pass your test, you'd have no issues. Shall we just, we do what we like doing best on the mighty NC. I do love bikes for that. My first 5 minutes on this, it is different than my NC. That gear change on it and that gearbox is absolutely buttery smooth. No, I've got to be honest. I'm just working out the switch gear a bit at the moment because it is completely different to the other one. The buttons are much more prominent on. You've just got the tiny little switch gear that it just looks like you've got manual and auto. It's holding the gears longer in standard than what it used to. Right, so we're going to stick her in sports mode. See what she's like off the mark in sports. I will definitely have to play with this menu on the ride out tomorrow. I'm going to have a ride to J&S in the morning and a quick ride around the local area on it, and then take it back to Yule's. And if you want to come out and meet me there, you maybe follow me back to Yule's and get a demo on it yourself. Oh, people, it is different. This is silky, silky smooth. Wow. You could feel with my NC. I will take you on it and show it you. When you're building up to that speed, you can feel a clunk as it changes. It's still smooth, but this is just, them magicians in Honda have done something to this, and there is a massive difference with it. This is, honestly, I'm not lying now, this is day and night. This is literally day and night. It's just absolutely beautiful. The question is, would I have one? Yeah. This, just by this first few minutes on this bike, wow. It's absolutely, you don't feel either when you're on my NC and you're in sports mode and you're in 6th gear, you can feel it just wants to keep on holding it there. It don't feel that way now. 3,000 revs. I'm absolutely astounded by it. The screen on it. Overtaking. Overtakes for fun, this bike. You have no problem at all with it. I think the screen, I've got wind now coming into my shoulders. Pardon me. Into my shoulders. Not getting it around my chest, I'm just getting on the edge of my shoulders, on my forehead. Really, really strong here now. Just where my eyes are on the helmet. Really strong wind there. So I think maybe a larger screen on it would help it a bit. Feels stunning. The bike feels absolutely fabulous. But to sports mode, massive. There is a massive difference between sports mode and standard. It is just a lot smoother. So I think we'll just take it down through Earlham. I've got nowhere to really attach my 360. I'd like to have attached the 360 on it for you. I don't think the footage is going to be that brilliant. On the bends, lovely on the bends. Feels beautiful. NC has always felt that way though. If you can ride a bike, it's just an absolute beautiful bike to ride into bends. And you can ride it fast or you can ride it slow. I don't know what tyres have got on this. The flasher, yeah, I think I like the flasher a bit better, to be honest. Where you had the old adjustings here, the lights here, that's changed. I think, like anything, they have changed these controls quite a bit. And like I say, I've never got on it and rode it. I've not really done much reviewing on it. I've looked at it, but when you get, like for me, you get on it, then you learn. That's where I like to learn. Wow. I've been so excited to get on this bike to see truly what it's like. And like I say, it does feel a little bit nippier, to be honest. The throttle feels a little, I mean the throttle's light on the NC, on the 2023 model that I've got, but this feels just a little bit more responsive. It feels smooth on the road. I don't know what tyres are on it. Building the power up on it. Not even trying there, people. Absolutely. Just. Now that's where you get a lot of people, it makes people quite nervous. Prime example of what this bike did then.
I was in the bend and it dropped down. The gear dropped down because it relies on revs. Once you get used to riding it, it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't even come into action. You don't even think about it. I'm absolutely astounded with it. So I can't wait in the morning as well. I'll do 2 videos. I'll put this out now and I'll go in a bit more depth tomorrow. But it is superior. If you're just coming into an NC for the first time, you know, people say that it's slow. This bike, when it wants to go, it goes. And it's just that ability to not even worry about changing the gear. It's got the gear for you when you pull into your bend or into your corner, or when you're slowing down now. It's just got it for you. It's going down now for me. Brakes on, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Back into sports mode. I think, in honesty, this bike sits better in sports mode than the old NC. My NC sits beautiful in standard mode, but I use them paddles a lot. So in standard mode, the NC's about the revs, where the rev range is, whether it's sports or whatever it is. But I tend to use them a lot. I do like the sports mode on this. That little bit on it, I've enjoyed it. Tell you what, we're going to this is where I should be taking my my missus now. I was meant to be going out today with her to this pub. And I said, the NC's coming, can you hang off for a bit? She absolutely give me the filthiest look you can imagine. But it's got to be ridden, people. Oh, it's just got to be ridden. So it is the same as it's warmed up and you've got used to it. It seems a bit slower in changing the modes though. I did find, to be honest, when I changed the modes on my NC, I can change them over a lot quicker than that. There seems a lot more of a delay because of the screen. We'll check that when we go back out of mine. Yeah, standard mode on these roads, 100%. We've walked around this bike loads of times, but you can never not walk around it enough. And these are the sort of roads I absolutely adore riding on. This is where this bike loves it. And to slow down. A couple of people walking in with walking sticks there. There we go. How do? There we go. Brakes on it, immense. Like I say, people, brakes on this compared to my NC, the day and night. That front brake is I reckon I could lift the back end up on this bike with this. I reckon it could lift it up easily. And you know, these roads are not absolutely smooth, they're bumpy, they're gnarly. Oh. I've got to say, the more I'm riding it, the more I'm loving it. It is. I'm going over it. I know I'm repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating, but the truth of it is true. It's a smoother bike. For me, it's just getting used to the actual menu systems on it now. I'm not going to go through them on this one. I'll go through it in the garage. Lovely, lovely bike. I've got to be honest, I love my NC. That stepped up a gear. That has stepped up a gear. It is nicer. And, you know, I do think it is getting nice looking. And it's a shame that, you know, they've already put this out now, but, you know, put this to Honda now. Lose these and put your running gear into your lights in the front of it. They've done it with the NT1100. And like I say, I class this bike as a mini Goldwing. And I was talking to one of the lads in Yules, Tony, and we were talking about the NC, and he's like, I get why you love it. He says, because it's like a Swiss Army knife. It literally does everything. Now, thinking about it as I go along, I think you'd be better off putting some sort of covering on this, because your boots are going to rub that, no ifs or buts. But it looks absolutely beautiful. It sounds beautiful. Again, things really that would be nice if it come with is a centre stand. If you know, if Honda done that as standard, this bike does need that. I don't know if the shock has changed, whether there used to be 12 adjustable points on it, whether that's changed a bit. Because that shock, I don't know why, it looks a little bit smaller to me. It doesn't look. And then something to actually cover the shocker up, a little tidy on the back there. Let me know what you think. Hazard lights. I was looking at this the other day. Hazard lights are there. Little switch to the side. Proper bright LED lights on it. Absolutely. I'm not being funny, people, but you can't say the NC isn't a beautiful looking bike. And I think with Honda now, Honda are just going to make it better, aren't they? The seat is different. The seat certainly feels a bit different. It feels a little bit more comfy, believe it or not. I don't find any issues with my seat. Coming to the front's not changed. I don't think it's not increased anything. Still a good size in there. Push that down, push it to the left. So that's stuck a bit. Where's that stuck? There we go. So there's a bit of play in that. I'll have to tell you, can you see it? Never had that ever on any of mine. So petrol tank under there. Not changed. Let's just see that again. Yeah, so it's just a bit of movement. You have to move it to the side. So that's just adjustment on this, I reckon. You know, you get things like this. This is what you come across. You come across things that, even on a brand new bike, when you get it, you come across little glitches that are easy to fix. And you know, you're not going to lose sleep over it. Absolutely fabulous. So let's just finish the ride off, and then it's going to be parked up until the morning. In the morning, I'll head to J&S on it. I'll get down some proper lanes, and I'll really give her a good go. Again, just into gear, and off you go. Getting used to it now, people. Wonderful. The bike is absolutely fantastic. Again, it'll be interesting to see what you get back per gallon on it. You know, and that'll really come along as it gets running and it's past its first service. It really does feel different to ride. It really does feel smoother. The handling on it feels, I know they're very much the same, but it just does. If you've got the mighty NC like mine, come out and ride it. Even if you're not going to buy it, just ride it and tell me what you think, because this bike has changed. It absolutely glides along the roads. It really does just glide. I really understand why I've spent 5 years with the Mighty NC as my main bike, because it just does do everything that you want it to do. It's not got Hornet power where you're worried about how quick you head into that brick wall. It's just got more than enough that you want to drop down a gear, you want to overtake, you want to go around a bend. It's just got it. It's just got enough. There we go. I don't know how much more power you need, to be honest. Because in fairness, yeah, it's not going to keep up with the Hornet or the CBR in the bends because of the shortness of their frames. But I tell you now, you're not going to be 4 seconds behind them, and you're going to enjoy it just as much. We'll go this way. We'll go a different way. That's taking you through the big estate. So for me, the Mighty NC, this is a winner chicken dinner. I think when mine is, I think I will seriously consider when mine is due to get halfway through. I think I'll be doing the jump, people. To be quite honest, on this first ride on this, I can see this being in my shed. Just everything about it. It just does everything right, this. And like I say, them brakes have made a massive difference to it. And here we go. We're up at 50. Let's hit the brakes now. Lights go on, your hazard lights as well. And I'm not really pulling them on really hard. Let's see if there's anything behind me. Let's just go up here. Let's back brake. Back brake now. Right, so that's back brake flat on. Front brake, let's do it at that. There. Absolutely, absolutely. It's going to stop you. They are a massive improvement on the old NC. A massive improvement. Just feels nice. I don't know why. Maybe it's the tyres on it. It just feels nicer in the bends. I know I'm going over and over the same things over and over again, but you know, I'm now sitting down and comparing this completely when I'm sat on my NC. I ride it every day, and them things are chugging through my head what they're like, and without doubt the brakes on this the gear changes on it, the engine smoothness on it, they have improved massively. I think if people were to get on this and my old one and ride them back to back, and knowing that this one is now 500 quid cheaper, you wouldn't think twice, you'd buy this. So if you're getting into an NC 750 straight off, brand new, you'd be silly not to do this, I think. I think you'd have loads of fun touring on it. Again, that dash, fabulous. Right, Birchwood Biker, thanks for watching. Ride safe, be kind to others. I'll be at JNS in the morning at 10 o'clock and then going for a little ride, not a long one, only a couple of hours, and then back to Yule's. Maybe go there and have a ride on it there. See you in the next one. Ta-ra.